All right, so on the book homework, so if I look at number 4, Tomislav has learned the following facts well. Okay, so he knows his, basically, he knows how to make a 10, basically. Right? Okay, so like 5 and 5 makes 10. He might know 3 and 7 makes 10, 2 and 8. Let's see what else makes 10. What don't I have? 4 and 6, 1 and 9. Kind of going random here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he knows his 10s. And then he also knows his 10s plus 1. So he would know like 10 plus 1 is 11, 10 plus 5 is 15, 10 plus 9 is 19. So he knows those. And then what else does he know? And he knows his doubles. So he knows double 7 is 14. He knows double 6 is 12 and so forth. What he doesn't know is he would not know that, say, let me give you an example. 9 plus 6. He doesn't know that because it doesn't fit this. It doesn't make a 10. It's not a 10 with adding, and it's not a double. So he would not be able to do this. Or he doesn't know like 9 plus 8 per se. He knows 9 plus 9 because it's a double. But this is not a double. It isn't a 10 with 1, and it isn't this. So this he would not know. Now this is a double, so he would know. So we kind of need to understand what he knows to answer the question. All right, so let's look at part A. It says 8 plus 7, all right, and it says for each sum, describe at least 3 different ways that he could use reasoning with the facts that he knows to determine the sum. In each case, write an equation that corresponds. Take care to use parentheses appropriate. Okay, so let's look at this. All right, he does not know this, but he knows his doubles, right? So one thing we could do is decompose. And again, when I say doubles, it means one set of doubles. Doubles are not 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. You know, that's like quadruples and quints and no. Okay, so here I could do that and get 1 plus 14. And he knows 14, so he could just count on 1, maybe on his hand or whatever, to get the 15. So he could do it that way. And again, if I wanted to write that with parentheses, it would be, 1 plus, then I could do 7 plus 7 if I want to think about it that way. And again, I want 3 ways here. So another way would maybe be doubles again, but doubles with minus. So view this as 8 minus 1. Again, he would know that his doubles is 16. And then on his fingers, he could probably count back to 15 to figure that one out. And again, if we wrote this as 8 plus, and then we'd write parentheses 8 minus 1 is kind of what's going on there. Let's see, what else could we do? So let's maybe go back to his idea of making a 10. So I could break this into 3 and 5. 3 is super friendly with 7, right? It makes a 10. And he has these memorized, right? He knows all of these, like backwards and forwards. So then he gets 15 because he has a 10 with a 5, which again, he knows that really fast. So that would be great. Again, if I did that with math, I would do, let's see, I could do 5 plus 3 plus 7. And then in a sense, I'm grouping it differently, right? I'm going to group the 3 with the 7. I could also make a 10 the other way. So I could decompose the 7 into a 2 and a 5. And then he could combine these to get his 15. Which again, that would be the 8 plus 2 together in a parenthesis with the 5. So again, those are all ways that if he doesn't know 8 plus 7, because it doesn't fit what he knows, he can do something he knows, like doubles plus or minus 1, or he could do this, or if he makes a 10, right, when he does this method or this method, well, not so much the double method, but when he does this method, then suddenly this becomes easier because he knows those. All right, let's look at the next one for B. And again, they want 3 ways for each. So B is 6 plus 7. So again, he could do his doubles. So I'm going to break it into a double. So he could do doubles plus 1 would be 13. That would be one way. He could focus on making this a double. So 7 but minus 1. And then so he could do 14 minus 1 and get 13. The other thing is he could focus on his 10s. So he could be like, okay, I want to make that a 10. And again, immediately, and he knows 10 plus 3 is 13 automatically. So that's pretty sweet. And then if I want to focus the other way, he might break this into 3 and 3 to make this a 10 and get 13. Okay. So again, all pretty quick ways for him to do that. And then let's look at C. C is what? 8 plus 9. Now this one it says try to find what? 4 or 5 ways to do this. Okay, so they want a lot of options here. All right, so let's do doubles. So let's do, there's a double. So 16 plus 1 is 17. And again, if I write a formula for that, that would be, you know, 8. I'm going to leave that out, parentheses, plus, and then this 8 plus 1. And then I'm kind of grouping that using the associative property. So I'm grouping this instead. All right, so let me do a double over here. Let's see, so we're going to do double 9s with a minus. So 18 minus 1, right? 17. Here we get 17 too. All right, let's see, what else could we do? So 8 plus 9. So we did doubles. All right, let's do make a 10. So maybe steal a 1 from this guy and break that into a 7. So we get 17. All right, so that would work. And let's see, 8 plus 9. So this time, maybe steal a 2 from this guy and get a 10 plus that. That's a 17. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to do. I don't know. That's 4 ways, right? We hit 4, so that's probably pretty good. All right, hopefully that helps. Again, he doesn't know these other things, so he's trying to break it into stuff he knows. So again, even if he ends up eventually with a problem like 11 plus, say, oh boy, say 20, let's see, 29 in his future or something. Again, he might break this into like, you know, something he knows, like maybe he knows a 1 and a 10. And then eventually he'll be like, ooh, that's 30, and then add the 1 is 40. But again, at the early childhood level, we're building that understanding with basic, what we would call basic facts. Single digits plus a single digit. And then eventually, hopefully, they can carry that knowledge on into something where it's a 2-digit plus a 2-digit. All right, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye-bye.